Hey gang, welcome back to my channel. I am trying something a little different tonight. I plugged my headset in and I'm trying the mic with this to see if we can get a little bit better sound quality without me having to buy a separate mic, and maybe so that you can hear me a little bit better, because I've listened to a few of my videos and the sound quality just isn't really great. So we're going to just try this and see what happens. I did do just like a little test video and it seemed to work maybe a little bit better. Let me know down in the comments what you think. If you are new here, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. If you are new here, please hit like and subscribe so that you know from future videos when I post them, so that you can join our little family here on YouTube. Okay, here is my little bit of my Topiramate update. For right now, I am still stuck at the same weight. I'm still at 50 milligrams, still taking it at night. I have not gone to the doctor. I've just not taken the time to do that at this point. Shame on me. That's totally my fault. I need to do that. I just have not done that yet because I'm just a little bit leery about increasing my dosage, but we'll see. And but on the flip side, I have been eating a little bit healthier. You know, it's the small victories that we try to strive for. We can't do everything all at once. Rome wasn't built in a day. So we try to do those small victories, you know, a little here and a little there. Here a little and there a little. For those of you who watched, I did a HelloFresh video before this one. I tried all three of the meals that they sent, which I paid for, not sponsored, and they were delicious. Now, I skipped this week just because I wasn't sure if I was going to like it or not, but I do have some meals coming next week, so I will let you know how those go. Excuse me, but that is my quick Topiramate update. What I really want to talk about tonight, I'm not going to discuss a different weight loss pill for tonight. There's been something that's been happening to me for quite some time, and I don't remember. I may have touched on this in a different video and I may not have. I don't remember, but I think it's really super, super important to talk about, to warn people about, to maybe give some tips on things, and just to kind of make people more aware. And maybe some of you are going, "Oh yeah, I know that already. I don't, you know." And if you know that, good. I'm glad, you know, you need to be made aware, or I'm glad that you are aware. There may be some of you that really aren't aware. And what I'm talking about being aware of has nothing to do with weight loss for tonight, but it has to do with scammers. Have you ever been scammed before? Scammed through social media? I was attempting to be scammed yet again last night through a game called Words with Friends. Do any of you play that? I play it daily because it is a mental outlet for me. It kind of passes the time, and I enjoy playing it. It kind of challenges me mentally. It gives me something to do. I have made some really terrific friends on there. There's a man by the name of Thomas. He lives out in Wichita. I met him probably 2 years ago. We are still friends today, and I actually talk to him daily. And he's a huge part of my life. He's just a sweetheart. And I've met someone out in California. I met a couple in Colorado. I've met people all over some that are genuinely decent people that I've even friended on Facebook. And there are good people out there, but beware, because there are scammers. And so here are a few things that I have discovered, a few red flags, if you will, that I have come across that have been kind of repetitive in a lot of situations with different ones. And I had someone who had said to me recently, well, why don't you take your picture down, put up something else, which I could, but I'm standing my ground because I don't want to run away from anything. This is who I am. This is my face. I have every right to put my picture on, my page or as my profile. And I shouldn't have to, put a puppy or put whatever. I can, but I choose not to because I want my friends, my family, whoever, different people that I do play with to know that it is in fact me, and that they are, if they want to start up a new game, that it is in fact me. Because I don't use my full name, of course, as my screen name. So, if you are on Words with Friends and you do use your own picture, beware. If they start chatting with you right away, that can potentially be red flag number one. I'm not quite sure why that is. I think they just try to hook you in right away, like someone fishing. They're just trying to hook you in right away. The next potential red flag that you need to check for is, how is their grammar? When they're messaging you, are they typing up, I like you, talk to you? Or are they saying, would you like to chat? I enjoy chatting while I'm playing the game. Does it make sense, or is it choppy, like, maybe they're from another country and maybe don't speak good English? Pay attention to their MO. And if, for those of you who don't know, method of operation, or what I'm trying to say there is, most of the scammers use similar stories. And so in my personal experience, it's usually they've lost their wife to cancer. The one last night that I had, he lost his wife to lung cancer. He has a 14-year-old son here in Tennessee, and he works on an oil rig over in Turkey. Okay, then who is taking care of your son while you are how many thousands of miles away? Well, I had to hire a guardian for him. Don't be afraid to, if you're going to engage someone in, the conversation, if you're going to answer someone, don't be afraid to actually engage in asking some questions. Just see what they've got to say. Play along with it a little bit. It could be somebody completely legit, but I have found that usually they've lost their wife to cancer, they have 1 to 2 children, and they're usually on an oil rig somewhere out at sea. That's usually the MO that they have. Another thing that I've got my list of little notes because I want to make sure that I didn't forget to tell you some things, and I still may forget. If I forget anything, I'll put it in the comments down below. Another thing is, they will usually try to get you off of the Words with Friends app right away. Now, last night I told this particular person, I don't even know if it was truly male, female, I don't know what the person was on the other end, okay? And I'll explain in a moment why I say that. they try to get you off of the app. I told him, I have a boyfriend. He is so nice to me. He said, oh, well, he's pretty lucky to have you. I said, I'm very blessed to have him after getting out of my verbally abusive marriage. I'm just so blessed to have him. He's so kind, so good to me. And so that's me letting him know I'm involved with someone. So I'm not here looking for anything, back off. Okay. But he proceeded to try to, do you have this particular app? Or do you have this particular app? And I said, no, I primarily stay here. Just because they ask you something, do you have Kik? Or do you have Snapchat? Or do you have WhatsApp? Does not mean that you have to tell them that you have it. You don't have to tell them anything. Always remember that. Just because they ask doesn't entitle them to any of your information. Later on, he asked me if he could have my email address. And it was at that point in time that I blocked him or her or whatever it was at the other end. I did do a little investigatory process, and a couple things that I like to do. Number one, I go out to Facebook. He told me his name, and so I did a Facebook search to see if I could find anyone with that name and with the information that he gave me of where his hometown is here in the States and where he works. And let me back up for just a second. His profile picture on Words with Friends was a dozen roses. When I had mentioned to him about it that he didn't have his own picture there, he said that was because those roses reminded him of his wife who passed away from lung cancer. Okay, so I have no picture at this point of what he looks like. Okay. So then, but I went out onto Facebook, did a little bit of investigating, and I found a picture of a gentleman with the same name, with the same location of where he said that he came from, with the same company that he said that he works for, in the same location in Turkey. But there were very, 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 very few posts. There were very minimal pictures. And of course, sometimes you have to be somebody's friend on Facebook in order to be able to see a lot of their information. Okay, so always keep that in mind too. But that's also just another red flag to me. If they have just all women as friends, is a red flag to me. And if they have only 3 or 4 pictures in their timeline, that's another red flag to me. They don't have what a normal person would have. Somebody puts a funny meme or, pictures of family on a trip or something that they did or things of that nature. Just something normal that normal people do. So what I ended up doing, I blocked him on Words with Friends, but I did take one of the pictures from the Facebook page that I had found, and I decided over my lunch break today to do a Google image search, a reverse image search. If you don't know how to do that, when you bring up Google and you click on images, in that little taskbar, there is a picture of a camera. How do you like my screen? Isn't that cool? You're not seeing anything. I'm sorry. I don't have anything right here to show you. But in that little search bar, there is a little picture of a camera. Click on that. If you have the picture saved that you want to look up, it will give you a little bit of a drop-down menu. And from there, you will click on upload a photo. Click on that, and then you'll find the photo that you saved on your computer, upload it, and then you're going to find out how many places this particular image has been used. Oh my. There were hundreds of pages out there for this particular image of this particular person. He is a criminal, kind of a business tycoon criminal, was the picture that this individual was using. And so the thing is to always keep in mind is you don't know from your side of the screen who is on that other side of the screen. And they're trying to get you away from that app, and they're trying to get you somewhere where they can try to dig a little bit deeper into your life and try to get more personal information from you. And always, when in doubt, block them. Now, if you've never blocked anyone on Words with Friends, you may not have had that experience, which is a blessing. But I want you to know about it. And I'm sure on other games and such, there's probably something similar. But for tonight, we're just talking Words with Friends. When you have a situation like this, you click on their picture or their profile scenario, it'll pop up. There'll be a little gear like up in the upper right hand corner. You're going to click on that, and there's going to be a drop down menu, and you're going to click block user. Now there is a report abuse, and I've not done that. I probably should be doing that, and so that's my fault. When it happens again, it's not a matter of if, but a matter of when, because I usually get these every other day, every couple of days. It's unreal. It's like you're seeing this little tiny picture of me. If you saw me in person, you would probably go running for the hills. You're seeing a little tiny picture of me, and you're going, ooh, she's not bad. But anyway, there is a person right now, today. This happened just yesterday. I have another person that has engaged me in conversation today, and I did engage back to him in conversation. And I'm guessing I'm probably going to have to end up blocking him as well. And if I have to do that, I will this time do the report abuse first, and then see if it comes up and allows me to then block the user, or if it just, once I report abuse, maybe that just will block them in its entirety by itself. That I don't know. That's why I've always just gone to block user to begin with, and I'll update you. I'll put a little notation down here in underneath the video, but it's crazy. And it's just so hard for me personally to, I guess I'm old enough that I grew up in that Norman Rockwell perfect kind of world where I just want to believe people. I want to believe that people are good, honest, and true, that they are who they say they are, they mean what they say, and this world is nutty. There's just so many scammers out there, and I don't understand how they can sleep at night. How can you go out and steal someone's picture? And this is not the first time. I learned about Google image, reverse image search off of the show Catfish. If you've ever watched that on MTV, I think you can probably find reruns of that. I think either like on Netflix or Hulu. If you've never watched it, good show to watch. It's called Catfish with Neve Schulman. People get catfished all the time. He just helps them to find out if the person that's catfishing, are they for real or are they not? A lot of times it's a girl saying they're a guy or vice versa. It's scary why someone would want to steal someone else's identity and pretend to be someone that they're not. Some people do it to seek vengeance. Some people do it because they are looking to steal money. They're career criminals. They try to prey on people. And that's why, when I do my outro at the end of every video and when I, pray for you guys to be safe, it's all part of it. I want you guys to be safe, not only physically wherever you are, but also in social media. Please, please, please be safe. Please be careful. Please watch and don't always believe everything that's said or told to you. Don't take everything as gospel, because a lot of times it's not. It's like, get out of town. What? Why would you lie to me and tell me that you lost a wife to cancer? Why would you tell me that you have 1 or 2 children and that you've left them in the States and that you're working on an oil rig when you're probably some teenager in a third world country? I struggle to understand. It's just such a different world that we live in, and we are so widely exposed. Look at YouTube. Look at YouTube. I would not have ever guessed growing up that I would be able to do anything like this. You look at people on TV and you think, wow, that's like the glamorous life kind of thing. When I was little growing up, it was like, wow, you really had to be somebody to be on TV. You couldn't just be on TV. And now, as far as videos, anybody can do it. If you've got a phone, you can do it. You can create a YouTube account and you can have your own channel. Just like we have our own little family channel right here. So I'm going to quit rambling. But please, everybody, please be careful. If you have ever been scammed or attempted to be scammed, leave a comment down below. Let me know what app you were on, what happened to you. Let's share it amongst each other, kind of help each other to stay informed so that we can know different things to look out for, because there might be something that's happened to you that maybe the rest of us haven't heard about. Crazy. Anyway, I pray that you are healthy, that you are happy, that you are safe. And I pray that you have peace in your life. Until we meet again, my friends, have a fantastic rest of your week. And I will catch you on the flip side. Bye, guys.